Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nature Angel, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am happy to have you here. So today what I'm going to be talking about is ways that I personally afforded grad school. I know I had a question not too long ago about just how to pay for grad school, and I honestly don't have the best answer. I can tell you how I paid for grad school, and I also have a video that I made for ways that you can make money during grad school that I hope is also helpful along with this video. So I'll probably link that down below. But yeah, before I get started, let me just tell you that grad school is very expensive. So I'm just gonna go through how I paid for it. So the first way I paid for it was through loans. I'm gonna start with what gave me the most money down to what gave me the least amount. So loans was my main source of money. I would take about $20,000 each year out, and that was used for everything. That was used for my bills, that was used for my food, basically used for me to survive. Whatever refund I would get back from my loans, that's what I used to pay for everything, because I was going to grad school full time. So I was able to take out a full-time amount of loans, and that's what I did. So I can get the maximum refund essentially that I could use to survive. The second way that I used to pay for grad school was getting a graduate assistantship, or otherwise known as a GA. I got one in the Tutoring and Learning Services Center at my school. So of course there's a bunch of different GAs, and some are related to what you're doing, some have nothing to do with it at all. If you can, I would try to get one that's related. I feel like working in the Office of Learning Services was definitely related to school psychology. Like, I learned a lot when we would have our group meetings, which are usually once every other week, I believe, but it would always get changed around. Regardless, she would teach us, because she was a school psych, she would teach us about different assessments and how to administer them. So on top of what I was learning in my class, she taught us so many extra assessments that we never learned about in school. And what we would do in the Office of Learning Services, we would screen students for ADHD and write up reports on that to give to her. We'd also check in with students, and then we provided the services for students that needed it. So for example, if there was someone that had ADHD, they could get extra time on tests. So they would come in and take the exams with us and get extended time. So we would offer accommodations, and I feel like that helped me a lot, because when I had my internship in the high school, then I was able to talk about, like, oh, when you go to college, it's kind of different than when you're in, you know, grades K through 12. You don't get an IEP, you get accommodations. And since I worked in that area while in grad school, I got a sense of how that looks different when they go on versus when you're in you know, K through 12. So if you can, I know it's not always possible, but try to get something that relates so that you're making money and you're also learning more about the field. So anyway, I had a GA full-time, so that was 20 hours a week. Some people did part-time, I did full-time. And it would cover 24 of my credits a year, and then we would get a $5,000 stipend that was split throughout the whole year. So yes, we weren't getting a lot through the stipend. It was covering most of the tuition, but again, back to the loans, that means I was able to get a bigger refund, and that refund is what I used mostly. But the GA helped me to get even more of a refund that it would have been smaller if I didn't have that. And I didn't have the GA till my second year, like the middle of my second year. I was doing it the beginning of my second year, I believe, but I wasn't technically a GA yet. Not officially. Yeah, it gets confusing. But anyway, my point is, if you can, do a GA and try to make it specific to school psychology if you can. Third way is scholarships. So it's very hard, at least it was for me, to find scholarships going in. So I didn't have any scholarships my first year grad school. It was the second year grad school my school actually had emailed like, oh, you can apply to these scholarships. So I did, and I happened to get them. If you can find them before going in and it applies to you, apply. Try to apply as many scholarships as you can. I don't remember how much it was, but honestly, any amount is helpful. And like I said, I got my second year, not my first year, and that's because the school had kind of advertised like, hey, want to apply to the scholarship, and I did, and I happened to get it, and so happy that I did. Another thing you could do, and obviously this really varies family to family, if you have like parents or guardians that are willing to help you with any amount. I know that when I would start to run out of the loan money towards the end of the semester, my mom would come and help me, you know, with the bills and everything. And I know that's not a situation that some people have, and you know, you just got to work with what you have. And but if you can, that's another thing that you can do. I mean, of course there's private loans and stuff too, but you know, that's another possibility. All in all, I want to say this is a short video, but grad school is just so expensive. Like, I know when people ask how to pay for it, I'm like, I mean, this is how I did it, but compared to undergrad, like grad school is just like 3 to 4 times more expensive, and it seems so much harder to get money to find scholarships. I mean, grants, like there are certain grants that you get in undergrad that you can't get in grad school. And, you know, I guess maybe they think like if you're going on, you're going to be making a whole lot more money, but that really depends on what field you're trying to go into. So I don't know why it's so expensive. And this was just my experience. Maybe there's somebody else that, you know, maybe they did find a scholarship that just covered all of it. I have some friends that were able to live at home, and that saved all, you know, like the money costs, because they didn't need to take out as many loans. They just need to take out the amount for their classes because they weren't living on their own. So, you know, they didn't have to pay rent, all that stuff. So it really also depends on your situation and the resources that you have. And that can vary person to person, family to family. I also know, like for me, I just had no time for a job, going to school full time. Some people do get full-time jobs. I know some people that were teachers and then also doing the program, and it was designed for people who have jobs. Like all of our classes were in the evenings, but that just wasn't going to be realistic for me, especially with the graduate assistantship. I already literally had no time to go 20 hours a week during the day to the graduate assistantship, and then also find time for my classes, like when I had practicum and stuff, to spend a full day out of school. Like the only way I would have been able to work was on the weekends, and on the weekends, I usually was trying to do work and get caught up. So I would have just been working and not even had a couple hours to myself. So for me, that was not realistic. For some people, it works to get a job while in it. So that's another option that I did not pursue, but could be possible depending on your situation. So I hope this video was helpful. I know it's not going to apply to everyone, and everybody's situation is different, but this is what I did, and it may help you, you know, and give you ideas of like, oh, well, I never thought of that, or like, okay, do the loans, or do the graduate assistantship, you know, whatever your situation allows. So I do hope that this was helpful for you guys. And if you have any questions or any like experiences for yourself or how you paid for grad school, and maybe it was completely different than how I did, like leave it down below, because I'd love to hear that. And I'm sure it would also help a lot of people out. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful rest of your week, a wonderful rest of everything, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hi everyone, this is Nature Angel from the future, and I just want to add this in really quick just to let you guys know that, again, I'm probably gonna disappear for a little bit just because my dog is not doing well, and I'm probably gonna have to put her down soon if she even makes it until then. So I'm just gonna take some time to myself, but I just want to let you know in case there's not a video out for a little while. So I'm just throwing that in at the end of this video. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you whenever I get back. Thank you guys. Bye.